favorite show on TV, the Everyday Living Show. On this show, I'm not alone in the studio. I'm your host, Amina Adams. We have got my friends, my sisters, my bosom people, really. Aziza Ishawu.
Hi everyone.
Saida Ojulari.
Peace be unto you.
And of course, Sakina Falana Olanwaju.
Hello everybody.
You give me the hardest time on this show. Your names are long. Come on. Anyway, it's your favorite show, and on this show, you know how we do it. We bring you various topics that affect everyday living of every person, you know. Talking about finance, business, education, health, food, nutrition, name it, we have touched on it on this show. This time around, on today's episode, we're going to do something very serious. Something that I'm a complete novice to. What is it? IT media. Does it ring any bell? Does it make any sense to you? I have no clue.
I think we're just defining it. IT, definitely.
Information technology. Yeah. IT and media. What comes to mind is the combination of Steve Jobs and Tunde Kalani. You know, that's no, mental pictures. You know, come on, go Nigeria.
Okay, go on.
For me, I think I'll just take the definition, just define the terms IT, information technology, and media. So I think information to the media, that's my own understanding. Because I know this.
Okay.
Well, I suppose my degree kind of centered on IT. So for me, IT and media are two entirely different things. IT is huge and very, very broad. Then media is maybe a section where you can apply IT. So I don't know. I've never put the two of them together. I mean, for me, IT is like programming because I'm a programmer. So for me, IT, programming, automation, like that's where it's going. Then media is just like a little branch of it.
I'm glad we're all on the same page. We're struggling to make sense of it. And this is where we're going to be very attentive, listening to a guru in the field. So we're bringing on our guest now. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll be introducing who the guest for today is. Don't go away. Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, you're on to the Everyday Living Show on your screen, the best TV program around this time, and that's the honest truth. I did say before the break that we have a guest with us to discuss on IT and media. IT media, what is it all about? You saw me and my girl struggling to make sense of it, but we got a guru in the house. He's none other than Mr. Henry Etobong or Etofyong Ita. I did get that right.
Thank you. You said them all.
I did get it right.
Yes.
I should get a reward from your
accolade.
Okay. Welcome to the show. Thanks for honoring our invite.
Yeah, actually.
I'm marvelous.
Okay.
Thanks for honoring our invite.
Thank you.
Good to have you in the studio. So let's just go straight to it. You are still struggling, biting our tongues, and struggling to defend our BSc degree. How is IT media?
You talk about IT media. You would want to start first with media.
Okay.
Because the idea, the context of reasoning there is in the media context. First of all, media is a tool for storing and delivering information or data.
Okay.
So where IT comes in is when you begin to consider advertising media, broadcast media. So you bring in advertising media, the content placement for buying and selling in advertising. Then you also come back to broadcast media, information dissemination over mass media network.
Okay.
So you see, that's where IT comes in. So where you actually really relate to what is IT media is where the format of content for dissemination is actually where it comes into play.
Okay.
How do you manage each content and how do you format them for dissemination? The mediums of dissemination, those are the things that bring in IT media. So transmission comes into play, multimedia comes into play, digital media comes into play.
Okay. I'll be frank with you, I'm still very lost, but I'm going to leave this with Saida. She's into the, you know, this is her realm, this is her comfort zone. So let's take us, drive us home.
Well, I mean, he's the expert, yeah.
Okay.
But like, so in the media world, what type of advances would you say have been made regarding, so you've explained that IT is kind of how the information is disseminated and the different mediums. So like what type of advances, or like, you know, what was it before and now what is the big thing in, what's the big, should I say, type of gadget that's used in the media?
Yeah, IT media actually, she's actually trying to, if I may say, you're trying to reflect back on the mediums of advertising, the format of advertising.
Yes, way back, and how it's come
way
about.
Back and how it is today. If you consider technology now, and then, you would see that the context of IT media was not there before. There was just content for dissemination. And so the mediums of dissemination was what people were considering. And so where you had the craft of it came in now, where billboards began to reflect. Paper printing, the print media came into play, and a whole lot of stuff now. But you see, in today you have the internet, where you can actually get to read your news on magazines, the same format, the way they appear on newspapers. And so that's the IT side of it now. And then if you look back to what billboard is doing today, you have the LED boards, where you have a real-time play of what you would ordinarily see in a stagnant picture before. And so if I wanted to tell you my child lives in the UK, I wouldn't have to write it all at once. I would play with pictures, play with graphics, and make you understand. And so it is, brands are more illustrative now, using the LED formation of advertising. And so technology has actually been considered in that, if you look at that part of media. And then if you also consider the radio broadcasting, you would see that we've gone from the medium wave to the FM wave, where you no more have the sound, the cataract sound, those were raggy sounds under the radio, where you're trying to, I remember the days from back when we were in primary school. I'm not too old, but I still remember when we were in primary school, and my daddy would tune BBC, and BBC was then from the AM wave, and then you hear it, and then the Federal Minister of Finance. I still have that picture in mind. But these days, you just flip a small cable on a tiny phone, and you're on radio. So broadcast media has gone haywire. You can imagine what is coming in the future. Okay, so that is, advertising is now considered something that is not just media. I mean, broadcasting is now considered something that is not just media. But you see, because of the big play of IT in it, technology that comes in, so there are people who now practice IT media. For instance, if I'll give you an instance in IT media, if you come to Nigeria now, there is a transmission wave. The parameters for transmission, I would say, that is used in Nigeria for the different categories of media or broadcast, I mean different categories of information dissemination, in terms of where you would say digital information, analog information, then you have UHF, where you have the universal
technical,
you consider broadcasting in Nigeria. There are several mediums of broadcasting where you can actually consider the satellite, and then you come to radio, then you go to TV. So you have categories where you consider terrestrial, and then the digital, which is the satellite, and then you come to the radio, which is the AM wave and the FM wave. Now, but if you go to the terrestrial category, you have the UHF and the VHF. Those are the
those
different.
Things still exist.
Yes, those are the different band wave for transmission. But you see, the one that is widely in play now is UHF, ultra high frequency. So you see that because the medium of reception for that category is very much easy in terms of human access. You don't need very bulky antennas, you know, to receive the ultra high frequency, because the signal is ultra high. You can just get it with a tip of a metal behind your TV. signal.
I see. So does the VHF still exist anywhere?
They still exist because you have guys like NTA still functioning.
Sorry.
That doesn't mean that they are arcade. It simply means that they still have those equipments in play.
Okay.
Those equipments are still in place.
Okay.
Exactly. Why don't we just leave them in?
Let's remove the.
Why don't we just leave them in a vintage box somewhere? Why don't they just remain for museum? Should we still have VHF really in
of
this
course,
age and time?
there are some kind of video formats that you would not be able to play via the VHF transmitters because of the pixel rate. They cannot transmit that speed of pixel. Pixel, I mean the color quality. You see that? So that's why you find out that NTA always has a certain picture category. No matter where you watch it, LED or wherever, it has its own wall. So it's our TV, so we just have to keep watching it. You understand? So then you come back. So that is in broadcasting. And then you come to radio. Radio, we have the FM wave now, widely spread. So for instance, you would want to say you are formatting a content for radio. You would want to consider the mode of sound, the format of the format of audio, the audio format that you're going to actually send to the radio station. So a guy, that's where IT comes into play. And then the gadgets that you use in recording them are your laptops. And then you have the sound engineering thing that is coming into play now, sound effects, the sound blending, stuff like that. And so the music in the background. Unlike before, if you needed the music in the background, you would just have the man talking and then the conga is playing. That would be music on the background. But today you can fuse the music into the speech. So that's IT media.
I think right now I'm understanding the topic. It's basically technology in media.
Technology.
Yes, what it is. So I want to ask that the use of apps, like the gadgets that we have now. So the use of apps, we have apps for different purposes. So is that also technology in media?
Okay, that's also technology in media. That is in the area of software development. You see now, that's where we bring in how do you develop an application to carry, for instance, let's say the everyday living show. When we have episodes that have grown to about 25 episodes, and then we have information that people would have to download, and then you find out that your website is becoming too busy for people to traffic. You understand? The traffic is becoming too busy, so you might want to create an app. So you mold everything, you mold everything into one framework, and then have people just have a direct
access,
to what you need.
So does that take the traffic off the website? It takes the stress off the website?
It takes the stress off the website because now the application would be hosted by a server. So your traffic from the website moves to the application, which is something that is much equipped for that level of traffic.
That's wonderful.
So that is also media in IT.
Okay. When we watch foreign movies, we have whereby you find someone trying to take a picture out of a screen, out of a tablet or a screen, and it's a mid-air and I mean, what you think we can really get there? I don't know. Is it real?
We are there already. It depends. If you say in Nigeria.
Okay, but is it real?
They're real. They're real. Basically, gesture technology. Where you have the system, is sensitive to your impulse, and then reflects your gesture. So you want it to move. Sometimes you don't even have to say move. You blink and the screen goes off.
No. It actually comes off.
You could take the screen, the projector technology. The projector technology allows you to actually hold the screen and take it out.
Whoa.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Yes.
Seriously. When iPad came out, that was in 2008, 2009. That was the advert. I mean, that really got me. Like, what is this thing? Like Apple iPad. It was like literally took out something from me. I was like, oh no. So when it came out, I went to my tablet and like, oh. No, it doesn't work. Come on. I was expecting it to come out.
It's been such a pleasure having you with us, and we do hope that you'll honor our invitation when we call again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We are still on. The show continues in a minute. Don't go. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're on to the Everyday Living Show, and we just finished with our guest for today, Mr. Henry Ita. He's been chatting with us, enlightening us about IT in media. I'm talking about IT in media. We started off just blabbing and struggling with
even with definition. So
but now we're better enlightened. I'm so happy that I can see it, or actually from the banking aspect. I mean, think about it. I was so scared of internet banking some years ago. Now I literally do everything on the app. My GT Bank app. I don't do anything. I mean, everything.
It's through it, and I think I completely agree with the fact that we're underutilizing IT, because I can remember in my 3rd year, my image processing project was basically using cameras to detect micro expressions. So when people are lying, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that.
Lie detector.
Yes, so basically trying to build a lie detector but with a camera that can pick up people's micro expressions, which kind of give you evidence that the person might not be saying what they are actually.
Did you succeed with your project?
Yeah, exactly. Wow. Succeed completely. So and that's one field. You can imagine how far you can actually go with IT. So we are definitely, especially here in Nigeria, we need to pick it up and really push. We definitely need to pick it up and really utilize it.
Yes, I really do agree with you. I'm happy I've been able to really clear every time I watch a movie and I see the pinch. I'm like, seriously, tell me I can do that someday.
So friction, right?
Okay, so now I know we're gonna get there. It's coming soon. I'm looking forward to doing that myself.
But you should get a refund from Apple first of all for misleading you.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, because that actually got me to go buy the iPad.
Come on, just buy your illiteracy. Absolutely. This is where we join up with Hamida. She's been waiting to bring us the quiz riddle for today.
Hey.
When we get back, we will be rounding up the rest of the show. Let's join up with Hamida now. Don't go anywhere.
I'm still Hamida Oyebuchi-Nwosu, and you're tuned into the quiz segment of Everyday Living Show. And today's riddle is, what falls but never breaks? I'll take it again. What falls but never breaks? You know the answer? You could email your answers to everydayliving@gmail.com or catch up with us on any of the social media platforms displayed on your screen. Bye.
Back. I know that you are busting your brains at the moment trying to find the answer. Even I am struggling to get the answer to that question. I have no clue what she was talking about. Anyway, this is where I'll bring you the
Yes. So
say the.
Apparently, in Nigeria, people think all Northerners are Muslim.
Yes, every time
I totally
I
agree
appear
with you.
outside, they speak Hausa to me and I say, no,
yours is not as worse as mine. And because in school they teach you some rudimentaries about other language, and you see Hausa people, and then you say Naomi or something.
So that all Northerners are Hausa. Not all Northerners are Hausa. A lot of people say Hausa people, but
no, I think that's due to Yoruba, Igbo ethnic groups, so I think that's for everybody,
Okay, nice.
So definitely no, there are quite a lot of Christians up there, non-Muslims and other religions. It's not every northern person you meet that is Muslim, and it's not every Muslim you meet that might be from the north.
But obviously that's not true,
Yeah, it's not
so
true.
Obviously
Not
all of them.
Japanese, I think they're more IT based. I'm talking about Chinese.
Okay, my stereotype, I think everybody believes that anyway, that all Indians can dance. So you just see them in movies that they're all
dancing. How heroic hunk the guy is.
He's gonna dance.
He just has to dance.
And that's a funny
has to be a scene whereby
expression.
A lot of expression.
But the thing is that that it is not all Indians that dance.
Yes,
that
I have a personal
that can
friend
sing.
that's Indian, and
So,
he's terrible at singing and
it's
dancing.
you know, it's just like, you know, in the west here they bring, like, maybe all Yoruba people wear Yoruba, and then, you know, of course it's part of our culture, but it's not everybody that wear Yoruba. So it's not all Indians. So it's not all Indians that can sing and dance, or when they're in the room they're dancing, they're washing, they're dancing.
That is a very good note. In fact, the high note to end the show today. Do join us same time next week as we bring you another bumper package of your favorite show on TV, the Everyday Living Show. From us in the studio, we say, peace be unto you.